What's up, guys? This is Ronnie from the Traveling Gilberts, and we are headed to, we're in Wisner, Louisiana. And why are we in Wisner? It is the second annual Southern Franklin Parish Catfish Festival. Now, the Catfish Festival has been around for over 30-something years, 33 years in Winsboro. Well, Winsboro lost the Catfish Festival. There was 2 years of inclement weather. You know, the weather was just bad, got rained out. And then COVID hit. And then after that, there was some monetary demands by the town of Winsboro that just couldn't be met. They wanted, police officers get extra pay. They were offering, there was a peddler's fee for the vendors, extra 200, I think it was 250 bucks. And on top of whatever their other little, the other expenses that the vendors had. But it was there's just no way somebody's going to come in already $200 in the hole. So the Catfish Festival Committee just kind of said, no, we're not doing that. So they shut it down. Well, that was in 2020. 2021 was supposed to be the next one, and it shut down, and nothing was heard out of it. And then all of a sudden, 13 miles south of us, in the town of Wisner, they said, we'll take it, and we're going to call it the Southern Franklin Parish Catfish Festival. And this is the second annual festival. This is the second time this went on. So this is the first time we've been, though, and we're excited. And let me take you along. It was actually kind of fitting that it takes place in Wisner. The herring catfish farm is actually in Wisner, and that's who used to supply the catfish for the Winsboro Catfish Festival. So yeah, it was kind of fitting. I thought that it was in herring catfish, his hometown. It's a big catfish farm, and it's I think it's 300,000 pounds that they ship out every year. So, and we was kind of wondering how in a small town like Wisner was actually going to transform into a festival area, because it's really just the big one-way, 425, the big highway that goes down through it. But then we got to look, and there's all these little side streets that they actually had plenty of room, and it actually was a lot bigger than we thought. We were like, where are they going to put this? But there was side streets and back streets and open fields that we had just never saw before, because we've never really explored Wisner. There wasn't a whole lot there, and there was plenty of room, like right here where the sound stage was, and where they were actually had some tables and tents and chairs and everything, set out on the lawn, and to eat the catfish that they fry up, for lunch, and all the other food vendors out there. So this was kind of our little last weekend out with our daughter, who's has already moved to Colorado, and so we actually had a great time. One of the great things about festivals in small towns is friends and folks you hadn't seen in so long. They're all right there, and everybody who has their little small businesses and boutiques and all these kind of things, they all have a booth, at the festival, selling all kinds of things. I mean, everything from boutique clothes, like children's clothes, to soaps that people make, or people campaigning for office, banks, vying for your business. They'll hand out they had fans and ear pods, all kinds of little things that they were just giving away. Bottle holders and cup holders and all those kinds of things. And it was just a lot of fun. It was $5 to get in per person, and then everything else is just entertainment. But it was really interesting to see, I guess, the enthusiasm of everybody that was there. They were so happy to be out and about. We actually had a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. All kinds of different foods and different things you never saw. People like this guy here, he had all the pickles and pickled garlic and everything from garlic pickles to just sour to sweet, and let you try everything that he had to offer. This lady here, she was making them home-made sweets. Oh, that's so good. You look at it, pralines and little cakes, and over here too, on the end, she had like a basket full of tea cakes, and it was just great. There's a few things that get like resold, I guess you would say. Not, they're handcrafted, it's just people will bring in stuff that they're trying to sell. But like I said, banks, lemonade, there was yard art, anything you can imagine that somebody could sell. Homemade jellies, homemade jams, preserves of all kinds. And then you finally get down to where the food vendors were. They had everything from barbecue to hamburgers, anything you would want like at a fair. But this is what we all come for, the fried catfish. You get fried catfish, french fries, hush puppies, and they were going through a ton of it. And anytime we go to the Catfish Festival, that's one of the things we do get. And every table had a bunch of lollipops and wipies and napkins, and that was kind of neat that every table had that on it. And it was something for everybody. The catfish was, like I said, it was hot, it was fresh, delicious. They had all the condiments with it, ketchup, tartar sauce, anything you would want. And it was delicious. It was great. And special this year, the very special thing that it was, I guess you would call it the first inaugural that they actually had this year, and that was the catfish eating contest. Whoever could eat a plate of catfish the fastest won. And here's a little footage from that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our contestants for our inaugural Catfish Festival Catfish Eating Contest. In lane number 1, let's get him to raise your hand and hear a round of applause for him. He's the man with the plan, the chairman with the charm. He's the reason we're all here today. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the chairman of the South Franklin Catfish Festival himself, Mr. Elliott, sell you some insurance, Britt. Next up, hailing from the heart of Wisner, he's the mayor with the appetite of a catfish on a warm summer night. Put your hands together for Wisner's own Mayor of Munch, Mark McCarty. She's the president with presence, the chamber chief who's ready to chow down. Representing the Winsboro-Franklin Parish Chamber of Commerce, Miss Danielle Lories. From the Franklin Parish Sheriff's Office, she's got a badge, a big heart, and an even bigger hunger for catfish. Make some noise for Miss Tasha Washington. He's the shepherd of souls and the preacher of plates. Straight from Locust Hill Baptist Church, Pastor Herman Harris Jr. He leads our Patriots on the field, but today he's leading charge at the table. Give it up for the head coach of your Franklin Parish Patriots, Coach Adrian Burnett. He's a principal down on the weekdays, a worship pastor on Sunday, and a catfish connoisseur every day in between. He's a semifinalist for Louisiana Principal of the Year, but today he's going for the title of Catfish King. Let's hear it from Baskin School and FBC Wisner for Michael Young. He fights fires by day and feasts by night. Winsboro's bravest from the Winsboro Fire Department, Tim Washington. He skipped. I'm just going down the list. All right. Is Deshaun Thomas here? No? Oh, right here. Okay, perfect. Shapes young minds in the classroom, but today here to school the competition. Give it up for Franklin Parish High School's Deshaun Thomas. She's caring by profession and competitive by nature, representing Primetime Healthcare, Miss Shanika Williams. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there will never be another inaugural Catfish Festival eating contest. So I'm going to count them down from 3 and you get loud and cheer them on. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go! First person to finish your plate, raise your hands and let us check your mouth, will be the winner. Let's hear some noise. Come on. How about Mr. Catfish? Let's hear it from Mr. Catfish. Chew, 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 chew. All right, who's cheering for Miss Danielle? What about right here? Let's hear it. Right here. Right here. Let's get a Let's Go Patriots for Coach. Let's go Patriots. All right, how about Mikey? Mr. Mayor. The chairman of the board. And Pastor Payton. They're in the final stretch. Cheer them on. We gotta get them there. We gotta get them there. Don't let up. Let's hear it. Bring the heat. Bring the heat. Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2. You gotta swallow. Ladies and gentlemen, he's basking in the glory of being our first Catfish champ, Mr. Michael Young!
That was a lot of fun, actually. It was big fun. They had bands there. They had a lot of the dance studios, and then exercise places had little Zumba dances and other things. They were kind of, that's a marketing tool. They were just trying to get some business into the little small towns, and it was just a lot of, like I said, a lot of enthusiastic people. A lot of people are just so happy that this little small town has gotten something that really turned out to be a huge deal. Bringing in a lot of money, bringing in, a lot of people had never seen this part of town, actually, or maybe, some of these little small businesses actually getting their name out there. But the ladies had a bunch of fun just looking around. We're actually expecting a grandchild soon, so there was plenty of small items, little kids' clothes and different things that was very neat. And of course, anytime there's fresh made soap, Teresa, it's going to be right there. Just some of the little vendors that were around, and I'm gonna tell you, they were so happy just to take a picture and say hey. And there's a lady with the t-shirts, and we had such a great time. I appreciate y'all watching. We really do, and we'll see you next time.